Hello. I'm here today to show off my marumofubiyori collection. More than just to show off my collection, I'm here to give some exposure, give flowers to my favorite sanrio character of all time. He's a very obscure sanrio character, but I just think he's the cutest. As soon as I saw him, he dethroned every other sanrio character for me. Like, whenever people ask me, they're like, oh, who's your favorite sanrio character? I'm like, okay, it's the Twin Stars, because the Twin Stars are my favorite of the ones that, like, people know, you know what I mean? But actually, my favorite, my real favorite, my true, deep soul, honest answer is marumofubiyori. Unfortunately, nobody knows who that is. And honestly, for a long time, I didn't either. But once I learned of him, I just couldn't go back. I couldn't deny how much my life had been impacted by this knowledge. So I'm here today to spread that knowledge and to hopefully raise awareness so that Sanrio will start creating more merch of him, because I really just need more. So I don't have too many pieces of merch. I have 5 and then one honorable mention. But honestly, for the amount of merch that exists of this character, that is kind of a lot. I think if you want to find stuff of him, you have to like look on eBay, and it's really expensive. He's not like, when you go to like the Sanrio stores and stuff, he's not like present, you know what I mean? Like, especially in America. Like, when I was in America, I found nothing of him, like, ever. That's not true, because I have some stuff here, but like, you know what I mean? But I thought when I moved to Japan, I'd be able to find more. Not really. Like, he's barely around. He's not really making waves. And I just think he's not getting what he deserves, simply because people don't know who he is. And I think once you know who he is, you will understand. So let's get into it. So the first piece of merch that I ever got of this character was this mouse pad, which you've seen in some of my scrapbooking and drawing videos. So this right here is marumofubiyori. I found this mouse pad in a K-pop store in Los Angeles when I lived in LA. The Source OC, it's like a mall that has a bunch of Korean stores. That's where I found this. I found it at one of the K-pop stores at the Source. It's a collab with NCT. I don't know who this member is. I like listen to NCT sometimes, but like not really, and not enough to really like care that much about who this is. I was just really excited about this because like it's just so random that he's here, you know what I mean? And I'm sure it's probably because NCT has so many members that they had to like go into the obscure characters to make them all have a matchup. But yeah, so I bought this from the Source in LA. So I've had it for maybe 2 years at this point. Okay, the next piece of merch I also got in LA, different mall, but still in LA, is this. It's a little like finger puppet. So cute. So he just has this like opening on the bottom, and there he is. He's so small. Actually, my boyfriend got this for me. So we would go to, when we lived in LA, we would go to the Del Amo Mall in Torrance. And in that mall, there's a Sanrio store. And at one point, they had blind bags of different Sanrio characters. And he happened to be one of the options. And somehow, luck was in our favor, and my boyfriend bought one for me. And it was marumofubiyori, and my boyfriend knows that this is my favorite character, so we were like gagged. Also, I think at the same time, because my boyfriend spent a certain amount of money in the Sanrio store, he was able to win a like spinning wheel prize thing. So he spun a wheel and it landed on a sticker, and they had a sticker of marumofubiyori, so my boyfriend got the sticker of him for me. It was like this big, and I had it on my laptop, but then I ended up taking it off after like a year because it got like dirty. So that was another piece of merch that I had, but I no longer have it, RIP. Next, we're getting into stuff that I bought when I moved to Japan. Okay, so I have a little story. So the Sanrio store that was in that's in the Delamo Fashion Center. When I visited California the first time, I saw on their Instagram page that they had marumofubiyori plushies in stock. So I ran as soon as I could to that mall, and I went to the Sanrio store, and they didn't have them. They were gone. And I even asked the worker, I pulled up their Instagram page and showed the worker. I was like, do you still have these? And she was like, I'm sorry, they sold out. Internally, I was crushed because that was the closest I'd ever come to getting my hands on a plushie of this character. And it just slipped out of my fingers, like before I could even like grasp it, before I could even touch it. So ever since then, that was like 2021 or something. Ever since then, I've been searching, hunting even, for a plushie of this character. And when I came to Japan, I thought I would find one. I didn't, but my boyfriend did. He went to some mall in like Tokyo, or no, I think it was a secondhand store. I don't think it was even a mall. And he got me this. Are you kidding? This is the cutest plushie that I've ever seen in my life, and I get to own it. Like, isn't that crazy? He's just so cute. See his legs, he can be kind of like standing or sitting, which I think is so cute. And when he's sitting, you can see his little paws, and he's so soft. Like literally so soft. It's not like a normal plushie material. It's kind of like, it almost feels like velour or something. Oh my god. And then look at his hood comes off. I would never like display him like this because he looks like a little naked, but isn't that so funny? Like you can snatch his wig off. And he stays in my bed. I have, oh my god, I have so many plushies. Like my whole life, that's been a storyline. My grandma would take me to, okay, so my grandparents would come visit like twice a year. They would come during the summer and then during Christmas because they live like 9 hours away. And my grandma would save her quarters until they came down to visit us, and then she would take me to any store that had like a crane machine, you know what I mean, like the UFO claw machine, and we would just play those until she ran out of quarters. And I got so many plushies from those crane games, and like it's just such a fun memory of when I was a kid. In Japan, there are so many arcades that have those UFO crane games. They are a bit different in Japan. Like in America, they can be rigged, but generally they're like fine. Like as long as you grab it, you can usually get it. But in Japan, they're kind of like, they're very strategic. Like there's a strategy to them. The ones in America, it's kind of just like whatever. But the ones in Japan, there's actually like a strategy to winning them. So like it's good that I have a lot of practice, but it actually doesn't apply too much because I don't have the strategies down. But I had the strategy down enough to win this next one, which is my most recent. Here he is. He's a variant. Like, are you kidding? This is his normal color. And here's this one. So my boyfriend's birthday was recently, and to celebrate, we went out to one of the nearby arcades, and we were just like walking around looking through like the arcade games and the crane games, the UFO machines and stuff. And my boyfriend was like, oh, and he pointed at this one, and I was like, oh my god. And it was this. There were other characters, so it was like some type of collab. Oh, zigzag. Okay. It says zigzag with Sanrio characters. That's what it says in Japanese. Really putting my katakana reading to the test. Okay, so something called zigzag collab with Sanrio. I don't know what that is, but I just had to have it. I mean, I would have gotten it anyway because it's him, but especially since it's this like color variant version, I was like, are you kidding? Like he's popular enough now to get color variants. Like maybe he's slowly gaining popularity. I'm hoping, so that I can like find more stuff of him. But yeah, you can see he still has his little feet, and even on his hands, it's so cute. Actually, does this one? Let me see his hands. He does. Look at that. Oh my god, so cute. Actually, this one, It's 2022. This one is 2023. This one is, it says 2017 and 2020. And then the mouse pad is 2022. So I've been collecting stuff of him for at least 4 years when I can find it. Okay, and the next one is this little keychain, also given to me by my boyfriend. I don't know where he finds all of this stuff. I can never find it and he finds all of it, but that's good because then he gives it to me as a gift. I think you're supposed to put something in here. I don't really know. Like it slides open and you can put something in there and like display it, but I don't know what you're supposed to put in here. And there on this part it says his name, marumofubiyori, and these are his two friends, the little fish and the crab. But yeah, there he is. I'm not sure what this is for. I don't use it for anything. I just like keep it in my collection. Let's put them all together. Okay, so those are all the official marumofubiyori things that I own. I have one honorable mention. Here he is. He is not related to Sanrio at all. He's not marumofubiyori. So he's this little like sheep boy with stars on him and this like ice cream cone thing on his head. I think it's just like an original character. I don't know. I got this in LA from a gacha machine in Little Tokyo. And I keep him with my marumofubiyori stuff because I just think they look related. Like they look like they could be cousins. You know what I mean? Like they have like the same color palette, same kind of vibe with the polka dots and then like the stars. I don't know, it's just, he kind of gives me like the same vibe, so I like to think that they're like brothers or cousins or something. So he's really cute. He's so tiny. Let's see, maybe I can hold them like a serving tray. Oh my god, he's trying to fall off because he's insecure that he's not like officially part of it. But he is to me. Okay. So here's the collection. Okay, I'll just hold him. Here it is. If you have any tips on finding more stuff of him, please let me know for reasonable prices. If it's like on eBay and it's like $200, I literally don't want it. But if it's like reasonable, let me know. Whenever I go to secondhand shops, I usually look for stuff of him, but it's like rare and I really can't find much. So this is what I have for now. But I would love to have like more plushies especially, or any figures or anything. Blind boxes would be fun, but I'm not sure if there are any that really exist of him. But yeah, here he is. So remember the name. If you enjoy learning about this fine gentleman today. And I know that after seeing him, he's now your favorite Sanrio character as well. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And until next time, goodbye.